Hello and welcome to this afternoon taste challenge. I have two 40% alcohol, so not strong. Well, 40% strong, but not real strong. 100% agave mezcals, which is the law. Mezcal must be 100%. They can't have any filler. It's like straight bourbon type of thing. All right, so this is Lajita Reposado. I don't know what Lajita means, but it's they say an artisanal mezcal. Yeah, everything's an artisan, made by artisans, handmade. We get it originally from Oaxaca. 40% alcohol, 100% agave. Agave Angustifolia. I forgot to put that in my notes. I'm going to put that. Agave. They use Angustifolia agave. And it has a worm in it. Well, no, they changed the label. Not the label, the bottle design. If you look at their website. But I bought this at Total Wine and More. Then my friend David was amazed by it. He was like, man, this stuff is awesome. $19.99. He went and bought a couple of more bottles. But and then he was mad because he said the price went up. The price went up. They must have made a mistake. I said, I don't know. But something happened. Let's see. I have the blinds closed because of the heat outside. Angustifolia. That's what I thought it was. Angustifolia. Yeah. Hello, Joe Cobb in Canada. Now, the competitor is from 2016. This was introduced in 2016, 8 long years ago. Seemed like it was the other day. This is Luminar mezcal. And this is a very odd mezcal because it is from Kimosabe, which makes their own brands, but they do some contracting, which is what most distilleries and beer companies, breweries do. Wineries do the same thing. They got overflow capacity. They got extra time, so they'll make some stuff for you under your brand name if you pay them money. And if this thing would focus, I'd be happy. There we go. Now, I cannot say for sure, but I think this is a private label for Total Wine and More made by Kimosabe, okay? Because it's under Spirits Direct. But there are other Spirits Direct products that are clearly not private label, but the whole thing is confusing. Joe Cobb says, the term mezcal refers to spirits made from the agave plant, right? While tequila refers to a specific type of mezcal that can only be made from Blue Weber agave or agave tequilana in the 5 Mexican states. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, so tequila, it's I'll get it right, a specific type of mezcal. It's like whiskey and bourbon. People ask me, and this question is bizarre. This is a spongy black rubber cap. Look at that. That's weird, huh? You ever seen? I've never seen that before. They say, do you like whiskey or bourbon? And I answer, I like both because I'm allowed to like both. And secondly, bourbon is a type of whiskey. So that the whole question is nonsensical. Do I like whiskey or bourbon? Well, bourbon is a type of whiskey. It's like saying, do you like whiskey or scotch? Do you like beer or lager? Like how cognac is a type of brandy. Right, right. Now this has the built-in pourer that prevents you from pouring back into it. Because in Latin America, they have a little problem with corruption, which they're exporting to America. All right, the USA of America, U.S. of America. Oh yeah, that's a wow. That's an even pour, and well, it's almost even. I was not even being that careful. No, it's not quite even, but it's close. But I'll get it right. So the price today, they're close. $29, and this is probably 29. But like I said, a few years ago they had it for 19.99, and we couldn't get over that. We were like amazed. And then my friend David was like, he's always paranoid. He was like, we shouldn't have been talking about it. We shouldn't have been talking about it on the videos. And they watched. He always thinks. He says they watched the video and then they raised the price because they realized they made a mistake. I said, I doubt they're watching the videos, but I mean, maybe they are. I don't know. But he was like, we got to stop talking about these stores. They're on to us. And we're going to stop. We're never going to get our deals. We're not going to get our deals anymore, he always says. I said, all right. Now, one is yellow and one is clear, but the yellow one here is barely yellow. You see what I mean? It's just got the slightest little tint of color. Now, some viewers were talking about David and saying, he's rude to you. How do you tolerate him? He's rude and obnoxious with you and everything. And I was saying, well, I don't know how to explain it, like in a written, like some people are different, you know what I mean? They're like different, they're peculiar. And it's kind of like if you're only watching on camera, well, video, whatever, if you're on your, people can put it on their television even. But you know what I'm saying, on your phone, you don't get a true perspective, of the person. You get like snippets of the person. And it's sort of like, well, that guy's terrible. He's obnoxious. You got an attitude problem. And I'm like, yeah. And I make comments about it during the videos, if you notice. And I'm like playing along with it, like, he'll say, I gotta have time to think. And I'm like, but if you don't know the whole person, then you get a limited view. So a lot of people, if you're not around the person, it's like you don't really know the person. So you only see like a little snippet, like I was saying earlier. And it's like Jerry Lewis, Jerry Lewis, the comedian, movie star. I mean, he was like largely hated in Hollywood. And by the fans, just say, that guy's terrible. He's terrible. Maybe he was. I don't know. But there's probably more to it. Like some of his friends, at least two of them, said he was an all right guy. No, I mean, I don't know. But believe me, there's more to it. And I think people don't realize that. Because you're only watching a little snippet. Like we'll make a video. Sometimes we delete the video. I'm like, that thing didn't come out. We'll say that thing came out terrible, and he's like, yeah, let's delete it. And then, or we'll let it go to the overflow channel, the anti-war channel. Sometimes I'll post it there. But what I'm trying to say is like the video seems more hostile than it really is. Like in real life, it's not the same. Although we try to make it authentic, and they are authentic. We don't write a script. We don't sit there and talk beforehand. Like, let's talk about this. Oh, don't forget to mention that. We never do that. We'll research the beer now or the liquor. Oh, And then we'll actually argue about it off camera. I was like, no, what are you talking about? What? And I'll say, what? It's like, all right, you're not teaching me. I'm not in your class. And I'm like, no, you're saying something that's not like logically possible for the product. But you know what I'm saying? Then we'll do the video. So I think people should give it a little bit more of a chance because there's more to it. Okay, I would like to show you the website for Luminar, but the website does not work. Like they have a little card here and it says to look up the website, but it doesn't work. It says website suspended. I don't know. Maybe they didn't pay the fee they were supposed to pay. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I cannot explain it. Sazerac is notorious for that. They'll say click the link. You click the link, it brings you right back to where you were. All right, here's the new bottles, the new cylindrical bottles. Lajita, since 1989, 100% agave with a worm. You see, just not the same if you're not drinking liquor without a worm. Caterpillar. You know, sometimes you want to drink liquor with a caterpillar in it. Okay, so there it is. And they go into all kind of detail. Agave espadin. Oh, the bottle says it might be a different name for the same product. The bottle says it's it is Angustifolia. Although Angustifolia might be another word for espadin. Additional information. Well, they make so many people. I don't think they actually make anything. They just buy this liquor from other producers, but they handle a lot of stuff. Look at that: rum, habanero, mezcals, tequilas, tequila liquor. I guess they mean tequila liqueur, herbal vodka. What vodka do they make? Grain vodka Petrova. Yeah, it's Russian from Mexico. Sin Rival, a vodka with a worm. And then they make all these liquors with a handgun because nothing says Mexico like. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll watch it. Look at this, bar liquors. Bar liquors. Oh, I see what they mean. Liqueurs for making cocktails. Okay. La Loupe. Huh. Interesting. It must be like Mr. Boston. You know, the Mr. Boston. I saw that today. Or LaRue. Yeah. A common thing. Some people drink these by themselves. They'll just buy one and they'll put it in the freezer and sip it out of a glass. But and they're pretty good actually when you do that. But most people, they use them in cocktails. All right, so okay, full lineup. But they don't have bourbon. Do they have whiskey? No. Rum, habanero, gourmet liquors. Oh, liqueurs. Okay, what is? All right, liquor made with habanero peppers. I'm game. I'd buy it. Of course, I'd buy it. Why wouldn't I buy it? I wouldn't pay $99. I wouldn't pay $34.73. But I'd buy it, if I found a deal. Oh man, what a price! All right. Anyway, the caterpillar, not me, Jack or Joe. It's staying right down there, boy. You can see it too. It's staying right where it is. I might let that cat eat it. Big Fluffy. That cat is so scary. It's not like Orangey. She was always like trying to come to me, and then I got her tamed, and she was laying on my lap and all. This cat's scary. But I saw him running under the house during the heat of the day. I said, "You trying to go under the house?" He likes to stay under the house because it's cooler under there. And I said, Well, Orangey would do that too. I said, but I'll see you. He's big and fluffy, like almost like a slate blue coat. It's like a blue cat. I think they have blue cats. He's like blue and fluffy and scary, scary, scary. Okay, but I don't know where it came from. As long as it kills the rats and mice, I'll buy the cheap cat food for it. He loves the nun. What's it called? None Better from Ohio. I guess he does love it. It's cheap. He doesn't pay for it, and it's according to their website, the finest cat food available. You know how that works, but it probably is pretty good. But Tommy Carroll says, "Cheers, Louisiana Liquor Reviews. I hope you're having a good afternoon. Would you agree? What's the difference between genius and stupidity? Genius has its limits, right? And stupidity doesn't, right? Unlimited stupidity." Well, I'm trying not to be stupid here. All right. Now, in this aroma, I'm getting agave. Now, if you ask me, can you detail all the different agaves, the 33 different ones, and how they smell and taste different one from another? My answer would be absolutely not. Just like hops and malt and different corn whiskey and rye. I can't tell that stuff apart. I'm not a master distiller. I'm not a master blender. But those people can do it, but that's what they do all day. Smells nice. Nothing remarkable, but I like it. In Mexico, they have lollipops with scorpions in the center. Okay, a lollipop with a scorpion in the center. And I saw baby goats when I went to Nuevo Laredo. They had cabrito, little baby goats. They're like this big, and they're cut open, and they got them on like a crucifix, like the old Roman crosses like that. And they got them over a charcoal, and they're grilling them in the window of the restaurant. I said, look at this here, cabrito. Apparently that's like really popular around Nuevo Laredo, but nobody else eats it. But I said, look at this here. But I saw it. I've been to Nuevo Laredo. I've been to Reynosa. I've been to Ciudad Miguel Alemán. I've been to Nuevo Progreso. I've been to Matamoros, Camargo. Drinking Chimay Green Label. Oh, that's the 10% diversity for Israel. That's the 10%, right? I've still not seen it. I'd buy it in a minute. I'd buy it so quick. David Simmons, my former Facebook friend. Hello, Ronald. I know you're a fan of Carlo Rossi, and I hope to see a review of their blueberry sangria soon. I think that wine is amazing. Well, I never heard of it. And I tried a few of these sangrias. I don't really like them. If they really put actual fruit and let them soak in the wine for a couple of years, I'd probably like them. But these ones with the fruit flavor, they're kind of bland, I'll try it, but I got 4 wines on the counter right now. It's going to take me 5 months to get through. It's 10%. Yeah, I knew it was strong. It's pretty good, but Chimay White is the best. I give the green 86 points. Now, to me, the Chimay Grand Reserve is the best. The blue label. That's my favorite, the blue label. Now, this one here, but I'll try the blueberry sangria. Now, I would rather find a 750 bottle. I find that this one has a little bit of smoke. Now, is it smoky? Like, oh, it's smoky. I can't believe it. It's so smoky. No, it's like it has a little scintilla of smoke. Whereas this one, it just smelled like agave and soil and earth. How these Mexican ones can be. They're very earthy. I would like to go back to Mexico. I've been to Piedras Negras. I've been to Ciudad Acuña, Ciudad Juarez, Ciudad. I've been to San Luis Rio, Colorado. I've been to Tecate. Been to Cozumel, but only at the airport. I mean, I just was at the airport. I didn't do anything. So watch people get off and on a plane. That doesn't really count. I mean, I was there. Literally, I was there on a plane, but not in any real sense of it. But all those other towns I named, I've been around, walking around, looking at stuff, eating at restaurants, buying beer and everything like that. Oh, I've been to Saltillo. I was down in the interior of Mexico, in the mountains, Saltillo. That was really deep into Mexico. It was in the desert. Boy, it was dry. Ooh, ooh. Couldn't wait to get out of that dry area. And they put too much salt in their breakfast food. They would fix us breakfast every morning. I would say, oh, who could eat this? It was so salty, I couldn't get over it. It was unreal. All right. But that was only, Saltillo. Okay. What am I talking about? Okay, makes sense, I guess. The rest of Mexico, I never encountered that. In all the other parts of Mexico, I never tasted food all salty like that. Um, this tastes like Luminar. It tastes like tequila. Yeah, it's got some smoke. Some smoke. Now, let me tell you a little secret to shatter all your dreams and destroy all your hopes. Look, I'm going to tell you the truth. Enough's enough. When you get these smoky products, whether it's whiskey or tequila or whatever other smoky stuff they make, or beer, like the ones from Bamberg, Germany. When you first try the product, you're amazed. Oh, it's so smoky. I can't believe it. It's amazing. And it's like that. You just can't get over it. It's like a blow, like this explosion in your mind. But, and this is a very important point, if you keep drinking the product, beer or liquor, I don't know about smoky wine, they probably exist. But if you keep drinking it, then you'll notice that the smokiness dissipates. After a while, and it's not like your palate getting adjusted to it, I don't think. I think that it breathes. It gets air in it and it kind of like changes it. But then you'll notice that it's like, well, it just tastes like liquor with a little smoke. Or it tastes like beer with a little smoke. Or it tastes like beer with a little banana bread in it, the banana bread beer. Or it tastes like beer with a little bit of chocolate. And then you keep tasting it, and it's like, I don't know, this stuff just tastes like beer. This stuff just tastes like liquor. And that's what these taste like. They just taste like regular liquor with some little deviations in the flavor. The green label Chimay tastes almost like a strong malt liquor of excellent quality with some grassy hop notes. I'm sticking with the white label. Green is too much for me and a little underwhelming. Well, I'd certainly love to try the green label. And I will say this weekend, I will be on the lookout for it. Probably won't find it, but I'll be on the lookout for it. The Grand Reserve is 9%, right? Right, 9%. Now, is the deviated liquor right? Now, is the Luminar worth buying? It's worth buying. It's peculiar, because it tastes like tequila, because it's made with agave tequilana, blue arbor agave. it's a strange product. I'll say that it's a strange, unusual, not to mention non-standard product. Different. It's different. But you can't honestly say it tastes bad or it tastes bad. I don't like it. It's poor quality. You can't say anything like that. It's just different. Now you say, why would they make a mezcal and use tequila agave so that it would taste like tequila? Now that question I cannot answer. This I do not know. All right. Why do they make beer that tastes like bananas? Why do they make beer that tastes like chocolate? You know, it's like you could just go eat chocolate. But they do have those Oreos with the peanut butter filling, and I would kind of have my mind on that. But I haven't bought them yet. But I have my mind on it. But anyway, it's a nice product. I don't really know what to say about it. I'm like perplexed in my mind what to say about it. Some people want their mezcal to taste like tequila. Right. I don't know who those people are. I don't know where they are. They must be somewhere in the world. Maybe at Total Wine and More. Huh. Now there's a mezcal that tastes like a mezcal. It's got the charcoal, the smoke, that like if you smoked meat. Oh, it's great. I'm more of a smoky guy. You know that. The charcoal, the charred wood, the smoke, the infusion of smoke. And Claude Diamond, he hates Johnny Walker Red Label because he hates the smokiness. Well, that's the reason I love it, So it's like it's a personal preference issue. And I don't even think he said it was a quality problem. He just said he didn't like the smokiness. I say, oh, Claude. And then the same people, but maybe he doesn't like smoky meats either. Some people just don't like it. Everybody do not buy a smoker. I don't have a smoker. I have a barbecue pit. And I think in September, I'm going to do some more work on that barbecue pit. And what I mean by work is cooking on it. Cooking meat, meaning beef. Now, the last two steaks I made, I didn't know how to use that pit though. It was so deep, I couldn't get I got to practice with it. So I had to finish it off in a toaster oven. Oh, but it was wonderful. I mean, those steaks were like, oh man, they were so good. It was like unreal. You say with it, you did by coastal cooking. You started on the grill and you finished it in the toaster oven. You're wrong. That's not right. Well, it may not be right, but the taste was right. Oh, I mean, it was just, oh, and they were big too, but they were tender. I mean, it was so tender you just chew them. It's like, oh. But I'm a steak person. Some people don't like steak; they rather eat tofu. See if your store will sell you a single bottle from the 4-pack. I asked, and they hooked me up. Well, I got bad news. My stores around here do not sell Chimay Green Label. They sell Chimay White. And blue, and sometimes the red, but the Dora, the gold, the one, the monk strength, the 4.8%, and the gold, not the gold, the green, no, they don't sell it. So I'm just gonna have to go to like Dorgnac's Food Center, and they ain't gonna make a deal. Believe me, they ain't gonna make a deal. But I'll buy the 4-pack. But I don't have to buy the 4-pack because Dorgnac sells singles. They sell singles. Dorgnac sells singles. That was their refrigerator. See if you. So Yeah. In my booklet, the Lajita is way better because I just love that savory smokiness. I just love it. It's so fantastic. And I would say, well, if you go buy it today, the bottle might be different. I don't know why they changed the bottle, but they did. Okay. But this is the one I bought about 4 years ago. And oh man, this stuff is so outlandishly good. It's so good. I want to drink it, which is what I just did. Now, this is a little bit more troublesome product. It's peculiar, hard to figure out, an anomaly. It's like, well, why would you make a mezcal taste like tequila? And these are questions I cannot answer. So it's a, I don't know, but I do like it. It tastes good. It's just strange. I would recommend it just because you might be like me. You're like, well, that seems wrong, so I'm gonna buy it. Like if you tell me the product's wrong, then I'm gonna buy it because I want to find out why it's wrong. And it's like clickbait. It's like you're enticing me to buy a product which I otherwise would not be interested in, and I will fall for it. I always fall for these things. Drinking some gross today. Mm, what a great product. And we need the gross crafted cannon in Louisiana. I want that 11% gross, and I want it now. And I think that should be the top plank in the DNC platform, that we get the gross 11% beer, the cannon. But nah, they're more worried about banning menthol cigarettes. I don't know. I don't understand these. I never did understand communist people. I mean, I understand how they operate. I know what their modus operandi is. I know what their goals are. I don't understand why they would want to support that. You know what I mean? But then my approach is always just to, well, defeat them and worse. All right. Well, y'all take care. And what's the best value light beer in your area? Oh, that's easy to answer. It's Milwaukee's Best Light, and it's $19.98 a 30-pack, and that's the cheapest light beer in my area. Well, that's actually the cheapest beer in my area per can. Milwaukee's Best Light, and I like it, and I would endorse it. All right, well, y'all take care, and well, I think I should get all of these correct because I don't think the Luminar is going to taste anything like any of the mezcals I have, but time will tell. I don't want to be overconfident. You know how that goes. All right, bye-bye. Y'all take care now.